What's happening, guys? Gemma here. I'm back again for another video, and it is time for games you must play. The series where I talk about underrated games. A lot of you guys have said, you should make it AAA, you should make it AAA titles. That's not the point. This is about underrated games, and I want to give you guys episode number 2 of the mighty Super Nintendo, my favourite console of all time. Now I've got 3 titles, all released in Europe, so PAL regions, and North America as well. So without further ado, guys, let's take a look. So the first game is probably the most quirkiest out of this trio. It is called Out to Lunch. Pierre the chef has to catch his ingredients in this really quirky action side-scrolling game. You may have never heard of it. This is a pretty damaged car, actually. This did get a release on the AMIGA as well. The object of the game is to catch your ingredients that have escaped. So you have to meander through the levels. You've got this cool net, you can bounce on the food, then swipe them with the net and go and collect everything and pop it in the cage. It's really, really fun. Probably one of the most annoying soundtracks you'll ever hear, but nonetheless, look at it from a gameplay perspective. I actually play this game with the sound off. It annoys me that much, but it's one of those games that kind of you can't help but like, and it just makes me smile, and I really, really enjoyed this. Never played it as a kid, never even knew it existed until somebody sent me a copy of this. Actually, one of you awesome people sent me a copy of this, and I really, really, really enjoy it. So if you've not checked it out, if you're at an expo or in a retro game store and you look at this, and it doesn't, because it doesn't really look that appealing anyway, like the front cover looks pretty okay, but definitely pick it out. Out to Lunch, Pierre the Chef is a game, Super Nintendo, you must play. Second game then is another little side scroller. The SNES had a lot of side scrollers, and I think that's one of the things that really appealed to me. It's just classic left to right kind of stuff. I love it. Funnily enough, this next game reminds me of Earthworm Jim. The physics, the mechanics, something about it that screams Earthworm Jim to me. You might be surprised, guys, but it is Jungle Book on the Super Nintendo. Mogwai has to get back to the human village and navigates through various levels, up and down. It's not just left to right, so you can kind of go up and down. And again, I play it and I do think about that kind of, just the physics of Mogwai's jump. It really reminds me of Earthworm Jim. And maybe that's why I like it so much, I don't know. Colour palette's very, very rich, and one thing that really pops with this game is its kind of fore, mid and background. I really like that kind of 3D element to this game. It's really, really cool. Banana projectiles are your weapons, and again you're fighting, the snakes. There's loads of cool stuff. Very, very familiar characters in this, and it's definitely a fun side scroller, not one to be judged. If you're not a Disney fan, if you're a hardened bloke, you might think I'm not playing Jungle Book. But no, it is really, really awesome. Definitely check it out. It's fun, it's quirky, and if you're at an expo, you've got to pick this up. My third game. Now, I used to play this a lot before I moved out of my dad's. I left home very, very young, and this is probably one of the last games I can remember playing in my bedroom on my original Super Nintendo. It was a game that I swapped with my friend Danny, and it is Buster Bunny Bust Loose. Again, PAL and NTSC release on all of these games. Again, nice little side scroller. There's a really, really cool feature on this that I love. After each level you get to play a mini game. You can gain more lives. Each mini game is different. Each mini game differs in difficulty. You get what I'm saying. And it's really cool. I really like the dash feature of this. Your dash meter replenishes, which allows you to kind of run up walls, take out enemies and progress throughout the level. Some very tricky parts, and it's just pretty kind of simple stuff really. Killing enemies, jumping on the head, and it's one of the games as well that has that nice fore, mid and background on some of the levels. There's a level with a train. It's kind of like a Wild West theme. And in certain parts when you're in the carriage, you can't see the character as much because you've got the outside of the train blocking your view, but that adds to the difficulty, that adds to the appeal. This is a really nice title, I love it. And again, I remember my young self sat in my bed with my Super Nintendo pad playing this before I moved out of my dad's. Guys, this is my third SNES game you guys must play. So there we go, guys, games you must play. Love this playlist, smash your 3 below. Part 1 will also be linked in the cards here if you guys want to check that out, and I got loads more to come, so stay tuned. We had an awesome final stream on Resident Evil HD on the PlayStation 4 last night, so thank you. My streams tend to be kind of like a community effort, and I just love that that's, you know, everybody can kind of get involved, offer tips, get involved with the chat. It's awesome, so thank you if you tuned in. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. My name's Gemma. Have a beautiful day. Take care. See you soon.